Are you looking to be healthier in a more simple, natural way? I'm Cindy, an Ayurvedic wellness coach and yoga teacher, and we've been discussing the health benefits brought to us by yoga sister science known as Ayurveda, which is translated as life science. Ayurveda can be the key to a healthy mind, body, and spirit because it's all about returning to balance. This video is going to help us understand what balance looks like for the Pitta dosha type. And if you're not sure what those words mean, you can check out my introductory videos about Ayurveda or just continue to listen and you can see if Pitta energy sounds like you. Pitta is the fire element and it has a little bit of water element also. So its qualities are mostly hot and sharp and light and liquid, and there's a sense of spreading or also oily or slimy, also soft and intense. So Pitta dosha types tend to have a medium frame with a strong appetite and thirst, but they tend not to gain or lose very much weight. They seem to be very steady in their weight. Their skin tends to be red or ruddy and warm to the touch, and it's prone to acne. Pittas have hot digestive fire, and sometimes they can even get diarrhea. And when Pitta is out of balance, they will have inflammatory diseases. So think of anything that ends with itis, itis, right? Like arthritis or plantar fasciitis. Those are all inflammatory diseases that come with being Pitta or being Pitta predominant. They especially like cold drinks and their sweets, and they tend to be very motivated. They tend to be laser focused, even fixated, and they tend to get a lot of things done. And because they are so driven and they are so getting things done all the time, they tend to burn out. But they love competition and they'll just keep going into burnout. It's very hard for a Pitta unless you know some Ayurveda, and then you can start to calm that Pitta, that fire energy down. When it's getting up, they also tend to be judgmental and critical and quick to anger. So these are all the tendencies of Pitta dosha, but all of us have Pitta within us in our constitution. It just might not be predominant. So again, when we get Pitta imbalanced, there's anger and irritation. There can be hatred, jealousy. We tend to get very myopic, frustrated, judgmental, critical, impatient, intolerant of others, and have a strong need for perfectionism. So those are kind of the emotional sides of an imbalanced Pitta. And then on the physical sides, there are rashes, acne, cold sores, any of those inflammation diseases we talked about, acid reflux and heartburn, any sensation of burning in the stomach and the throat. There can be nausea, loose stools, red bloodshot eyes, and a sensitivity to light. We'll talk about ways to balance Pitta in future videos, but if you're still curious about your dosha and Pitta doesn't sound like you, look for my other videos explaining the characteristics of Vata and Kapha, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to keep exploring your well-being through the ancient science of Ayurveda.